There she go. I want you around. 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 You should come around more often, it will be so worth it. Relationship is going well when I feel like it's perfect. Praise Abba, cause he took the time to make you. Shalom. I do have a conversation. We talk about everything. Give it all to the Abba, that's how we carry things. Keep the ruach flowing, and that's the very thing. Ironically, we still single, talking about married things. Yeah, you check up on me, put a smile up on my face. Yeah. Plus, you always keep me laughing, that is great. Yeah. We be going through a lot, we can relate. Yeah. And I know that you can cook me a plate. Yeah. I love your value. There you go. I'm always thinking about you. Wanna just give you a call. Loving every conversation, even if it's small. Watch each other, watch a movie. Just having a ball. Cause I want you around. I want you around. Shalom, family. Shalom, Yasharala. Shalom. Come on up in here. Yasharala. Kwam Yasharala. Let's get it. I want you around. I know my father said, hey. I have never doubted, never planted a seed in Jamal, come in here. Very intelligent and also I can see you grounded. Truly Baruch from the Ava and having you unmounted. It is special every time I hear your voice speak. Vocals like honey and I know I hear your voice sweet. Diving deeper in the scriptures. It's your choice, we come together with our Bibles. Let's rejoice, please. Me in the last days, the unity in full effect. I truly care about you, wanna just give you respect. I'll do everything I can to help you protect the connection with Abba, who is very direct. Cause I want you around. There you go. I can be
taking a nap, man. Get my rest.
Yes, sir. Oh man.
Everybody ready for this interview today, man. Hey, I see y'all here playing the twos. Set the mood.
Hey, you know how it is, man.
How you doing today?
Oh man, I'm incredible. I'm incredible, man. I'm feeling great, man. Every day I wake up, new mercy. So, give all praise to the Father for that. For real, I got the right people in my circle. Everybody from Yasharala been encouraging me in a mighty way, even from the babies, man. Even some of the babies, man. So, you know, we definitely in them times where we got to surround ourselves with the right people. You feel me? So, yeah. How about you?
I've been doing good, man. I've been getting everything together, just trying to, keep everything going. You know what I'm saying, going smooth and everything like that. Just trying to enjoy the times. You know what I'm saying, enjoying the times with the kids and stuff like that.
Right.
A little break. You know what I'm saying? I kind of took a little break from social media. That's why I ain't really been posting and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
So I just been like trying to enjoy it and, you know what I'm saying, keeping in touch with the family and stuff.
Okay.
But this had to be done, man. This one had to be done.
God.
Now it's time. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Everybody up in here, man. Everybody up in here. I know there's gonna be some more people coming in.
Yeah, I'm sending a couple of more invites right now.
Yeah, I wish they had like a bigger list of people that you can just send it straight to them. You know what I'm saying?
I know you got to search for who you want. I mean, I got like a list of people that I talk to on the regular, but That's about it. Oh, wait a minute.
Exactly.
There we go. Just keep sending them out. Everybody, shalom, shalom, yasharal. Appreciate everybody coming in here. Hey, what's up, my big brother Lewis in here? Okay.
Okay,
The
okay.
CEO of NSGM is in here. Key bars. No Self Glory Music in the building. Appreciate y'all. Everybody in here. My little sister in here. All praises.
See, I'm gonna try to get this one recorded again this time because that
Okay.
last one. Man.
I'm gonna keep tabs on the time too, cause like I remember you said they got like an hour. They got an hour before they cut us off, so I'm gonna try to cut us off at like 58 or something like that. Then we can go right back live again, and then I'm gonna try to save the footage, and then you can let me know. We'll chop it up and see how we can get the footage to each other, but we should be able to save everything.
Right. All
Israelite
right.
business in the building. All praises.
Yeah.
Let's
This
go,
is
man.
right here.
Yeah, man. Hey, I
Look
want
like
to let you know. I mean, you already know I told you when we chopped it up yesterday, man. Look, what you've been doing with this is incredible, man. Because we getting a lot of insights to a lot of music that we listen to all the time. You know, a lot of
right.
Yasharala artists, man. Like they keep it honest on a lot of their records, but not like on a one-on-one personal level with somebody. You know what I mean? Like they got their people they talk to, but you know what I'm saying? Like this is one way we fellowship in Babylon right here. You know what I mean? And to be like the stuff that the Ruach been dropping on you, man, it's been incredible. Like the questions get deep. Like you find out where everybody from, where they started at, what was the process about making music, all that. So it's incredible, man. You've been doing a fantastic job, man. Glory to the Father for that.
All praises, you know what I'm saying? I just do what he put in my spirit, you know what I'm saying, that day and
Con.
just let the Ruach flow, you feel me?
Yeah.
It's all glory to the most high at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? But it's looking like we getting into it about I'm gonna start about 10, 6, well 7:10. You know what I'm saying? I'm
Okay.
an hour behind, so everybody,
Right.
yeah.
Right.
so
Turn it.
so shit. His last project. Yeah. We're gonna talk about the last project. We're gonna talk about his new music coming up. We about to talk about. We about to get into all of it. Y'all what's up? We about to come. We about to get all the information.
Con.
You know what I'm saying? We're gonna do what we gotta do.
Facts.
But yeah, let's go ahead and get into it. I'm impatient. We got 1 minute, but I'm impatient.
That's damn, but let's
You
get
get
it.
it. Shalom, Holy Nation. Welcome back to another episode of Righteous Reaction Live. This is episode 4, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Man, I've been waiting for this one. Last week, I apologize. I wasn't able to interview nobody last week. Like I said, I was just having a hiatus from social media. But now we back onto that. You know what I'm saying? We up on the grind. You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna get all of these interviews in there. Next week, I'm gonna have another artist. We're gonna just keep them coming. So, you know what I'm saying? For all the people that's new, you know what I'm saying? New to King Easy.
Yes,
You know what I'm
sir.
saying? You know what I'm saying? Mr. Super Saiyan Easy. You feel me? So you new to him. You new to him. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead, shine some light on who you are, brother. You know what I'm saying?
Hey man, so everybody know it's the turn up king. You already know what's up. I'm gonna keep that same energy. Hey, shout out y'all Sharala, man. Look, it's King Easy, y'all. I'm from Baltimore City. My name is actually an acronym. It means cow and need a guidance. My first name is Cow. My mother she named me. She gave me an Edomite name. She wanted my name to be very proper when she was born. She actually told me that too. So my first name is Kyle. My last name is Hart, Kevin Hart, which is hilarious. But a long time ago, I can't remember exactly what year, but like when everybody see my name and they see the periods in between King, it means cow and needed guidance. And the easy part is it actually started off being an ad lib because I used to write my music so fast that I would have an ad lib, and every time I would record my song, I would say easy. but I would smile when I say it. I'll be like, it was because I literally had it in my mind. I just wrote this verse 5 minutes ago. Now I'm recording it, so I'll be like, easy. So that's what my name really means. It's K.I.N.G needed guidance, easy. But it's also like a with the truth. It's also like a my alter ego. Easy is also a person that I don't want to be. Now I'm gonna break that down, and then we gonna move on. What I mean by that is, it's easy for me to backslide. It's easy for me to choose the world. It's easy for me to not want to be in this truth. It's easy for me not to want to endure or give up or everything else in between. So easy is like my alter ego in a sense. Somebody that I don't want to be in the flesh, but in the spiritual realm it's heavy. You know what I'm saying? Like when the Most High drops something on me, it's easy for me to follow His instruction, and I'll record it, I'll drop it, I'll write down whatever He want me to say. I'll type it on my tablet or something like that. It's easy for me to stay in. It's easy for me to follow His instructions when I tap in. So, but yeah, so that's what it is, y'all, and that's about it.
And NSGM, what's up with that? What's up with that?
NSGM, man. Shout out to the
I
CEO.
noticed it on the name.
Hey,
I had
hey,
it.
man.
What you talking about?
Hey, I'm glad you asked that because that's going to lead into the project and everything else. So first and foremost, give all glory and honor to the Father. NSGM is no self glory music. The CEO is Key Bars. His name is Key Bars. NSGM. I shout him out all the time. Anytime I say NSGM, that's a shout out to him because he let me join, no strings attached. He didn't ask me for no down payment, none of that. It wasn't no in between. It just felt like the time because as long as I've been in the truth, I've been in the truth for 3 years. 3 years now. Um, 3 years now. Actually, 3 years is the mark on December the 12th. And that's actually me and my Ak, Bill. I'm gonna talk about my Ak later. You know what I'm saying? We came in the truth together, but so it's gonna make 3 years I've been in the truth officially. And Key Bars is the CEO, man. I remember I had a conversation with him sometime earlier this year. And matter of fact, I'm gonna actually give y'all the exact timing because it was a few days before I dropped Usual, and I can't prepare, so I like to look up the notes and give y'all the exact date. You know what I'm saying? I got everything locked in on my iPad. I got the notes and everything else. I can't prepare. So I had a conversation with the Aki Key Bars, right, and it was a few days before then. So I dropped Usual June the 29th. So I had to talk with Ak about 2 days before then. So it had to be like the 27th. And I asked him, like, man, what's up with NSGM? You know what I'm saying? Can I join? He said, of course. He said, of course. I'm trying to grow. I'm trying to expand. And then it changed. It changed everything. It changed everything. And I know my fans know what I'm talking about. When they hear the song Usual, they know what I'm talking about. Like when I dropped that, and I had to take a step back from social media because it was a record I'd never made before. Even though it's a remake of like an industry beat, everybody know. Like if anybody listen to Drake and Future, they know what song I'm talking about. But you know when the Most High put that spirit on Yasharala, we can change anything negative to something great because it's all about the message and the lyrics. So we had that conversation on like June the 29th, and I want to say I wrote that verse that same night we had that conversation. And man, when I listened to Usual, right, and I listened to the feedback, it got for the first time, and I usually get a like my promotion. I got a real solid promotion team on every last one of my drops. This is one of my first songs, besides Sober and Avoid. Besides Sober and Avoid, this is one of my first songs that did 5,000 plays by itself with like 165 likes. And I gave all glory to the Father. And then the comments I seen on it, like everybody was like, yo, this hit deep. This hit real deep. And it was the first time, like I'm not real sharp with the Hebrew language just yet. I'm still studying, but it was the first time that I ever heard anybody sing the Hebrew language like that on that particular record. You see what I'm saying? And when me and Ak made it official, and I noticed my fans been noticing it because every time I start off my song, it's NSGM. I give it a shout out. That's my home now. And I honestly felt like I was doing the Most High's work. I always felt like that. We're doing the truth music, but I never had a home. I always wanted a home. Like, Courtney Bell, Yah Body. You know what I'm saying? The White Guy End Times music. You know what I mean? Everybody has a home. And you notice, like, when like you see it like even Humble, he got to repent. Everything else, like everyone, like I'm not saying major artists, but everybody that got that special ruach on them has a solid home, and it's like, and within that, you got like the right people that's dropping just as much fire music as you. And it just so happened that this was the Most High's plan. Now I'm not gonna lie to you. Shout out to my Aki, that villain, because he got a label called War Life, and that's literally what we live as Israelites. You know what I'm saying? As being in the truth, we live a war life every single day. Like I honestly feel like if I didn't find a home, or if the Most High didn't give me a home, let me rephrase that. If the Most High didn't give me a home, I would have been on War Life Entertainment. But the Most High had different plans. So NSGM, no self-glory music. And you noticed, everybody know it, from sober to confessions to avoid. Y'all can hear that message just by that. You know what I mean? So, like I said, my Aki is in here. He just said, look, he said we always looking for family. He just commented, my Aki is in here. Yeah, so that's the CEO right there, y'all. Key bars right there. Yeah, so that's NSGM, no self-glory music.
Yeah, man, I like the name and the meaning. I like the music that's behind the name. You know what I'm saying? Especially your name and NSGM as well. You know what I'm saying? It definitely has a meaning behind it. That's one thing that I do. I do kind of like give shout out to the artists for like coming up with these names that's not about themselves. You see what I'm saying? That's not giving glory to themselves. You know what I'm saying? Like people don't know the meaning behind the name. Cause like I even was wondering what the you know what I'm saying, what the abbreviation for King was meaning. You know what I'm saying? So you know what I'm saying, that was definitely gonna be a question I was gonna have to ask anyways. You know what I'm saying? I've been myself. So, and I think I made a thumbnail and I put it on the wrong side. I think I abbreviated the easy part, so I'm gonna have to fix that.
It's all good. It's all good.
Ain't nobody noticed that. We're gonna just put that aside. But yeah. So you said you came from Baltimore.
Baltimore, Maryland.
West Baltimore?
Yeah.
Okay.
West. I grew up mostly in West Baltimore, but you know, so it varies between like West and East. But yeah, if anybody don't know where Baltimore, like you would be surprised where like don't nobody know where Baltimore City is, because like as much as I travel, like I say I'm from Baltimore, they were like, oh, you know, so like it's a Baltimore in Ohio and a couple other places. So for anybody that don't know, that's like the Baltimore Ravens, you know what I'm saying, the football team. Now I do support my team, but for anybody that know, I mean, I've been a Rams fan since St. Louis. Like, you know, I've been a Rams fan since Torrey Holt. You know what I'm saying? I'm taking back to the classic days when we was in the Super Bowl. I was a Rams fan back then. Like I was small and I always wondered, like, what's that team? Like when NFL Street came out, the Rams was nice. The Rams was nice. And I was like, what team is that? That's my favorite team right there. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I got the Rams gear. I am from Baltimore and I do support my Ravens, but I'm a Rams fan until I die. So anybody that don't know, that's where Baltimore is. That's the East Coast.
So hey, basically I live right down the, you know what I'm saying, right down the way from St. Louis. So like, you know what I'm saying, literally like a 10-minute drive. So
wow.
You know what I'm saying? I was always over that way. And so I even went to some of their games and stuff like that. But yeah. You know what I'm saying? I remember the Marshall Falk, Torrey Holt, all them, you know what I'm saying?
Man.
The show. You know what I'm saying?
What they call them, the greatest show on turf or something like that? Man, they was dangerous. They was dangerous.
Yeah. The boys were definitely doing damage. But you said you from West Baltimore, and you said, so like, explain a little bit about your upbringing, how everything got started with the music and stuff like that.
All right, so when I've been doing music for about 16, 17 years, most of my life. When I was younger, and it's funny, like when I was younger, I didn't have lyrical ability. I didn't know how to make beats. I didn't know how to do anything like music related production, nothing. I didn't know how to do anything. But my uncle and his boys or whatever, they used to have, like back in the day. I think anybody that's been making music since like the early 90s know what I'm talking about. they used to. It's funny talking about it because, like, I used to remember this, bro. This is real old school. Before the multi-track studios and the microphones and everything else that we got nowadays, they used to duct tape a tape recorder to a keyboard, make their own beats, and sync and like sync and everything else in between. And they used to save like different presets and save different things. So they make an old school beat like and it be all on a tape recorder. Next thing you know, they get the you do them and they just start making their music like that. You know what I'm saying? The quality was trash, but that was everybody's form of recording back in the day, right? Now, me as a young kid, they wasn't talking about nothing, man. They sounded like a dollar store 3-6 Mafia back in the day. Like they was trash. Like my uncles and it was trash. Like I can't lie, they didn't have no bars or nothing. Like they wasn't talking about nothing. They was just getting high trying to make music. That's all they was doing back in the world. You know what I mean? But it was a spiritual moment that happened, and I never forget this date as long as I have breath in my body. While they was just doing what they was doing, being obnoxious or whatever, right? My uncle stopped everything, stopped the music and everything, turned around and looked at me because all I wanted to do was just be there and just laugh and have a good time because I used to just laugh at them and just have fun with them because they really had like genuine fun, like whether they was trying to make good music or not, they was just having fun. You feel me? So it was this spiritual moment that happened, man. My uncle stopped everything, turned around. He was like, "You know you're gonna be doing this when you get older, right?" And I'm looking at him like, I'm like 7, 6 years old. I'm laughing at him like, "What you need?" He's like, "You gonna be doing this when you get older." Now I'm like, "Man, I don't know what you talking about, Uncle. You crazy." And the next thing you know, they get back to it, and then fast forward to now. Fast forward to now. You feel
Yeah.
what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
No.
Like I'm looking like, and every time, and I always have a moment where maybe we go out, we go on a walk or something like that, and and I'd be like, bro, you really said like you remember that day, don't you? He was like, yeah, I know what day you talking about. I was like, did you know what you were saying that day? He's like, nah, I don't. So he said something told me to tell you that day,
Right. Oh
and I
yeah,
was
it definitely it's definitely a spirit. It was a spirit on our older generation. Who the
mm-hmm,
most I would put the spirit on our older generation to kind of keep us, you know what I'm saying, for this moment. You know what I'm
right,
saying? I had similar situations where my mom would say, "Oh, you're gonna be out. You gonna be preaching the word," and I'm like, you know what I'm saying?
right,
Nah, ma, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm
con,
saying? And things like that. Fast forward, you know what I'm saying? 2016, 2017, I was right out there on the streets teaching. You know what I'm saying? So it was like, you know what I'm saying? Another thing, uh, when I was younger, my dad, he used to make music, you know what I'm saying? They used to be like just like how your uncle and them was, you know what I'm saying? But
yeah,
they were rapping, they was more into like the R&B, the you know what I'm saying, the old school
right,
R&B. So they had the guitars out, you know what I'm saying?
yeah,
Same thing, the tape recorder, all that, and you know what I'm saying? I
wow,
used to always be vibing to all of their music and stuff like that. And my
mm,
dad was like, "Hey, you know what I'm saying? You have an ear for this." You know what I'm saying? So it's like I always had that ability, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, doing for the
But
nation. I was talking about when I was younger. The question was like how did music start when I was younger. I was saying my uncle had told me that I was going to be making music when I got older. Like even though he was at the time making obnoxious music and playing around, he stopped the entire session and told me that I was going to be doing this. And Aki was just explaining his same experience with that.
yeah, these things like that definitely happened. The most I had to be putting the spirit on some of my family members and friends as well, to like give us this guidance.
Con,
We didn't know what it was then, but now when it started coming into effect, now you remember, and you know what I'm saying? You meditate on that
con,
situation, you know, the things that happen. So yeah,
mm-hmm,
that's definitely a spiritual moment. You know what I'm saying?
mm-hmm, con,
Trying to give you that understanding as a babe. So then when it was that time for you to present, your gift, you know what I'm saying, you already know that this was, you know what I'm saying, it's like that confirmation. You know what I'm saying? All glory to
Facts.
the Father, you know? All
All
glory to the
glory.
Father. So let's talk a little bit about the music, man. You were probably when I started learning about new artists and stuff like that, I came across your music just like most people I came across on SoundCloud, and I'm trying to think of the first song. Actually, I think the first song that I've ever heard was that Sober song.
Hmm.
I think it was a Sober song. It might have been a song before that, but the Sober song was the one that really captivated me. Because it was something that I haven't heard from at that point. I had never really heard artists like kind of speak about their struggle.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So hearing that song Sober put me in the mind like, oh my goodness, like there's people out here speaking about their struggle and like really getting into it to where it's like, you know how scriptures say confess your faults. It's like, but you doing it in a music way and everybody can still be able to vibe to it, but
Yeah.
you also getting that off. You see what I mean? You getting it off your chest. So that's me right there. And then plus my father was dealing with that same situation. So like listening to the lyrics and some of the lyrics, you was talking about how your father struggled with it, and then now it's getting passed down to you. I
Mm-hmm.
completely understand. You feel me? Because
Yeah.
I experienced that and was going through that myself. So let's talk a little bit about the track. What inspired you to come up with the track? What was the spirit on you at that time?
Man. So that was that track manifested in deep tribulation, man. I was for I can't remember exactly when. I probably can look it up. Matter of fact, I am going to, because I might can backtrack, because if I look at the date when I dropped it, then I might be able to pull up exactly where I was. Cause and that's why sometimes I'll be loving SoundCloud and the timestamps and when I be dropping these records, so I can actually pull them up again. So where that
Bring
boy?
back old thoughts and memories. You know what I'm saying?
I'm trying, yeah, for real. And let me tell you something. I'm gonna tell you one thing about this record. Everything that everybody heard, I didn't hold back from nothing.
You talking about the one that's coming?
Yeah, no, sober. I'm talking about sober.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
So yeah. Oh
I
yeah,
didn't hold.
chat right now. I'm telling y'all right now. If y'all have never heard this song, I got a reaction on my channel, but I suggest y'all go to his SoundCloud and just listen to it straight out.
Come on, man, come on. Hey,
That
man,
song is deep. Definitely a deep song.
that man right there, that song right there. I was in a real dark place in my time when I dropped that one, and like I didn't spare no confession on that one. You know what I mean? Like it was something that I had to get off my spirit, because even in the truth, like not recently, but it's something that I definitely fought off. It was a spirit on me. Like I would overindulge. I was never a crazy drunk where I'd be going out to parties, bar hopping. That was never me, because I'm an introvert.
Right.
Like a lot of people wouldn't even know that about me. I'm a full blown
Yeah.
introvert. I am an introvert. Like I like to stay to myself. I value my own personal space, my own time, everything else in between. But by my energy that I portray over the social media, which is me in real life. When people see me in real life, get your funny bone ready, because I am hilarious. I do not play. I be going in. Like if I'm around my brothers, we gonna have a good time. Trust me. But it's like I'm always attracted to very good spirits. So when I released that record, man, I was just letting it go. I was letting it go. Like I was talking to myself. I cried multiple times making that record. I cried afterwards. I cried making it. I almost didn't even finish it.
I can only imagine.
Yeah.
Cause that's a heavy situation, especially dealing with it. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? To be honest with you, listening to it, I was like in shock. You know what I'm saying? Like where I couldn't even make out words. I'm like, my goodness, this is so deep.
Yo,
You know what I'm saying? So
and
that had to be.
And you
And
know, it's
just
funny
like
that it's funny that you said that you was in shock because I
just like
actually
you I played that track at least 4 or 5 times back, bro. Because I was like,
Con,
he's saying too much in this track. You
Con,
know what I'm saying?
and
He's saying too much in this track.
yeah, and it's funny that you said that you were shocked because I had did a competition. It was a live competition where the best artists would put up their best songs versus somebody else, and then you make it to the finals, and whoever win a cash money prize. And the first song that I put out there was Sober, and it got everybody in the live silent. Everybody was like they stopped
Yeah.
for like 20 minutes. Like it was like the actual host. I'm not gonna say exactly what he was on, you know, say he was dealing with drugs. I'm not gonna say what he was on, but he gave an entire testimony for 15 minutes. That song stopped the competition. And even he had like two other judges. They was like, we have never heard a song like that before. And when I hear reactions, I can't react to it because I was numb when I made that. You feel me? Like I said, I done cried multiple times. You know what I'm saying?
I
Yo,
yeah, for sure.
yeah. So that record, like I said, I can't remember. I honestly, I know I wasn't drinking when I made that, but I think
Mm-hmm.
like that week I was drinking like crazy, but I can't remember why. I can't remember what for. I can't remember where my mentality was, but I do know that that was one of the tracks that definitely saved my life. Like the Most High had to make me make that real and trust and believe. That's the song itself is not the end of it. I got to bring that to life because I'm doing a video to
Right,
that.
right, right. Oh yeah, for sure.
And now
You know what I'm
obviously
saying?
I'm not now the little inside scoop for my peoples. It's gonna be a lot of props on that. It's gonna be a lot of props. But the way I make it look real, it's gonna be dope because I got a lot of people that's around me that can act, and it's gonna look
Right.
like it's gonna look real. Like everything that I spoke about in that song, I'm gonna make that into a movie, but it's gonna be in the form of a music video.
Mm.
Most I put that spirit on me. I got and shout out to my
You know I'm there. You know
hey
I'm there for you.
hey
You know I'm
appreciate that
there
hey
for you.
shout out to my Aki that villain man because he was the one that told me that I need to do it too. He was the one that said like he like yo Ak, you need to do a video to it and like his creative mind that's my brother man. Listen, blood come make us closer, but shout out to these laws because that keeps all of us closer anyway versus the blood. But shout out to my Aki that villain man because he was the one that encouraged me to make it and like to make the music video for the joint and it's gonna be dope, yo. Like I can't wait for Yasirada to hear this joint. I ain't gonna lie to you.
I can. I'm telling you, I can't. I'm trying to think about a music video in my head, but I got some expectations for that. I already know. I already know it's gonna be clean. You know what I'm saying? The spirit bear witness. The spirit bear
God,
witness.
God.
So, um, how many? Well, first let's talk about your first. What was your first ever project in the truth?
My first project that I made that was officially for Truth Music was a project called New Religion.
Okay.
It was called New Religion. Let me actually show y'all what it looked like. Cause like I said, I got all my notes. I got all my notes ready for this. I'm gonna show y'all what it looked like. This is the project that I dropped back in 2017. I'm gonna show y'all what it looked like. My first ever Truth Music mixtape, and this is on. I'm gonna show y'all my page too. Matter of fact, I'm gonna pin a comment. If anybody don't got my website, this is live on my website and everything else in between. My website
Okay.
officially is kingeasy.org. I'm gonna post that right here.
That's the bio too, right?
Yeah, that's in my bio too. No. Well, I got I want you around in the bio, the new track.
Oh, okay, okay,
But
okay.
yeah, but I just pimped my website, but I'm gonna show y'all what it looked like. So my first official tape, you can see that, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, so my first official truth tape, which was dropped in 2017, was called New Religion. And the reason I called it New Religion is because it was a clever play on words because my family, a lot of people in my family never heard about the truth before. So
Mhm.
when I started talking about like me being a Hebrew and an Israelite, it was something new. You know what I'm saying? Like even though I was coming out of the Bible, you know what I'm saying? I was like, for them, it seems like a new religion. You know what I'm saying? So that was
Yeah,
my
yeah, for
first,
sure.
yeah, that was my first official like truth music project, and that's when I was just getting off of like the base. I was just getting the basics at that point. That was early 2017. Yeah, it was like early 2017 is when I dropped that one. That was my first one.
Right, all right. 2017. Uh, so you was fresh into it. So how was what? Okay, was you rapping? Like was you rapping in the world? Like before you started rapping the truth in the
Yep,
truth,
yep.
and was it how was the transition to start rapping and saying about the truth?
It was easy, honestly. It was almost instant.
That's
Um,
easy.
no pun intended. No pun intended. It wasn't hard. It wasn't hard because anybody that knows me before Truth Music, I was rapping more on like black activist type of stuff. Black excellence, black power. I was always on a positive note. You know what I'm
Right,
saying?
right, right.
Because I grew up in the church, obviously, and a lot of my music I made sure I didn't cuss because I wanted my mother to listen to it. Like my mother never liked rap music for one reason. For one reason, because they cuss too much. That was her reason. And like she liked Lauryn Hill, Eve, Missy Elliott. You know what I'm saying? She liked stuff that was funky. Like she liked like stuff that had meaning into it. The Fugees, the Roots. She liked stuff like that. But she didn't like no. I mean, she ain't like no 50 Cent Game. You know what I'm saying? Biggie, Tupac. She ain't like none of that. And when she heard that I was trying to become a rapper, that's what she was thinking. That like not thinking that she built me up to be in the church and everything else in between. She kept me reading my Bible. She just didn't think that in her brain. She just thought I just wanted to be a gangster rapper. And I never gave her that vibe though. But once I started
But
making my music,
that's usually how I mean, for whatever reason, that's usually how parents are. Like
yeah.
when you tell them that you're going an avenue that they not, you know what I'm saying, familiar with, they're like, oh, he's gonna go to the worst thing possible.
Yeah. God, man. So, yeah, man. So when I let her know that, and I was just relaxing back, and once I got into music, I wanted to be a positive artist. I wanted to be different. I didn't want to talk about the same things that everybody else talked about because it never was me, and it never was me. And but one thing about me, like I'm from the ghetto. Like Baltimore is not like a cakewalk to walk through. Any given day, you can hear gunshots, waking up early in the morning, drive-bys, and all kinds of stuff. Like it's not like the worst city in the world, like what the media portray it to be. But it wasn't like an easy city to maneuver around. But it was just the Most High that kept that spirit on me. Obviously, He kept me along this while, but um that's I always wanted to make positive music because of who I hung around. I hung around people that honestly looked like they didn't have a choice but to do what they needed to do to survive. You know what I'm saying? We don't got to get into details about what they had to do. We already know different lifestyle people have to. I mean, everybody always has a choice. I get that, but like the stuff that I seen, it almost looked like they didn't. You know what I'm saying? And I didn't reach a lot of souls that way also, because those were the realest people to me. You know what I'm saying? Like the so-called drug dealers, the so-called thugs, the so-called this, that, and the third. Like most of them, I didn't hang with no hotheads. I ain't hang with no hotheads. You know what I'm saying? I hung with people that had a purpose in life. That when they back was against the wall, they felt like they made the right decision. You know what I'm saying? And they had a head on their shoulders. And it's funny because even in the truth, like it's a lot of street dudes that hit me up all the time. They were like, bro, you be speaking for the streets. And I never understood that term until now, because like that's all I hung around when I was in the hood. That's all I hung around because, and I was smart. Obviously, I'm a person that don't do that type of stuff. Never had to, never even wanted to. You know what I'm saying? Like I got offers because I was a laid back dude, but I told them like that's not my lane. That's not me. That's not my lane. I'm sorry, I can't do that. But I be so touched that the Most High put that spirit on me to be able to reach people like that, because the media portray them like they ain't got no sense, like they're not smart. You know what I'm saying? Like these
Right.
dudes be talking about real estate. These dudes be talking about raising their kids. Like these dudes are real. Like they're not hotheads talking about want to kill and shoot and stab everybody. They laid back and cool. You know what I'm saying? So man, growing up in my city was a blessing. You feel me? Like to be able like even like I said, I was making positive music way before then. So the transition, once I found out who I was, what tribe I belonged to, like that. Like my very next project after that was if anybody remember my teaser series, I went all the way up to like volume 5. Teasers volume
Mhm.
2, that entire project was it was all the work. Like I was studying a lot more. I was putting scriptures in there. I got a song called Introverted Heaven, which was me like talking about how I feel separated from the old world that I used to belong in. Like yeah, like so Teasers Volume 2 was my second project in the truth, and it was easy. Like that entire project. I still got to drop it on SoundCloud and everything else in between, so people can hear what it sounded like when I went from the old stuff to the new stuff. Like from if you go from like and like I said, if everybody look at the pen on my page, if you go to kingeasy.org, even after this live, if you go to my first mixtape, New Religion, listen to that all the way through, and then go straight into Teasers Volume 2, you're gonna be like, he did that, and that was the same year. Like that was that was in like a 3 week period because I dropped. I
Mhm.
want to say I dropped New Religion in like March or something like that. No, I dropped New Religion in February, and then I dropped Teasers Volume 2 in like March, something like that. So the transition and praise the Most High for it. It was easy. It was not hard for me. Like once my knowledge, yeah.
I'm about to
Go
say,
ahead.
it seems like some have harder transitions than others. You know what I'm saying?
Con.
Like some people it seems hard, but then some people it just comes natural. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you know it's like it's just like when you led by it. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes it just takes over you and just teaches you how to do it. You know what I'm saying? So it's like for instance, me doing interviews. I have no knowledge of interviews, but it's like, all right, I'm gonna let the spirit just take it. He said, take the
Naturally.
wheel. You feel me? And then I know that I'm gonna be able to produce something for the Most High. You know what
Fire.
I'm saying? So it's like that's all it is. You know what I'm saying? When you just put your hands up, let the Most High deal with it. You know what I'm saying? Then He gonna make sure it's get done. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like just for the spirit of me, so I can get this out to your people. So, you said so those two are not on SoundCloud. They're on KingEasy.org.
Yeah. But I do plan
Yeah.
on dropping them on SoundCloud for my fans because they love my SoundCloud. So yeah. So New
Yeah,
Religion
yeah.
and Teasers Volume 2, I'm gonna drop those on SoundCloud sometime soon. Most High willing.
Okay, okay, yeah, for sure. 'Cause I'm definitely gonna have to check them things out. I'm gonna have to go to their website myself. You feel me?
God, all praises.
All right, so um, it was another song that caught my attention. It was actually a couple songs that caught my attention. The eviction notice,
Mm,
that song, yeah, heavy, heavy.
yeah.
So what made you? What inspired you to make that track, the eviction notice?
Yeah, so that was clearly what it was. Clearly what it was. Dealing with that, I got evicted from my apartment with one of my ox. Um, and at the time, I take a lot of responsibility for how that went down because that was the time I was in the truth, but I was backsliding too much. I was backsliding too much. And I actually had a whole conversation with my ox about the whole situation, and I was like, man, I know I didn't do everything I was supposed to do. Knowing the truth and everything else in between, I was backsliding too much, drinking too much. You know what I'm saying? Having like I had like one or two girls over the house, just doing too much, just allowing myself to be caught back into the world, and then eventually the most I just cut the situation off. I naturally got behind on a couple of payments, and it was over with after that. If I was keeping the laws to the best of my ability, that situation wouldn't have went down like that. But obviously, the Most High got a bigger plan. He took everything away, but he restored damn near everything right now. And me and that same act, we gonna try again. Like we know for a fact that we are brothers. The Most High made us like he made us a pair, bro. Like so, like we're gonna try again, and then it ain't gonna go down like it went before. Like it's gonna be 10 times crazier this time around
Right.
versus what it went through the last time because we know better now. We know better. Um, And that particular song, I was just being honest. I was being honest. It was on my first album. I was actually living in my truck. I've been living in my truck since I lost my apartment. A lot of people don't even know that I've been living in my truck. But I got good family members that allow me, when I come back to the city, they allow me to stay in there, take a shower. But most of the time I stay in my truck anyway, because this is where I make all the music. This is the most high space for me. This is how I get away. This is how he contacts me through the spirit. So I don't be complaining when I tell people I live in my truck. I love it. I appreciate it, because I wouldn't be able to do a lot of the things that I've done as far as truth music without my truck.
Exactly. That's
So
true. That's also true, man. We're gonna talk about the trucking and everything like that, because I know, yeah, with the music comes, you know what I'm saying, responsibility, jobs, and things like that. So we're gonna definitely talk about that a little bit, because I found it very interesting, you know what I'm saying, that you was doing everything out of your truck. But like I said, we'll talk about that a little bit later.
car.
Um, okay, so then the other track that just, I was like, that avoid.
Yeah.
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 That one hit different, especially at the time that I listened to it. Because when I heard it, the first time I heard it, that song, Chariots, which I made a reaction to Chariots,
Yeah.
but that avoid definitely was in my spirit at the time of listening to that. You know what I'm saying? Because I had to start cutting people off. I had to start avoiding certain lanes. I know I can't go down that lane, because you see what I'm saying? It's
Car.
too much going on over there. So yeah, it was just so where did that song come from? Was it just something that you were dealing with mentally, that you had to just blow up your chest?
I'm not even gonna lie to you, man. That song was completely, and it was Ruach inspirational, man. When I came up with a voice, because that was the time where I was, I dropped the Stop It Easy, and you know what I'm saying, everybody
Yeah,
say like the Dragon Ball Z scout. I was just getting used to the Super Saiyan form, you know what I'm saying, and like that was
right.
that was like the official first version of that Super Saiyan flow I be telling people about, and that was just one of those records where like I heard the beat. Most High put that spirit on me, man. And it's one of my favorite producers, man. Panacho, one of my favorite producers. I seen he had dropped that joint, and man, listen, I came up with the hook like that. Most High put that spirit on me. He put that melody in my head, and I was like, I need a record. I need a record to really, you know what I'm saying, to really bring out that I need that record that's gonna bring out something I never brought out before. And
Yeah,
when I used to be in the world, and even transitioning to true music, y'all gonna hear it if y'all go back to New Religion. And it's funny that we talked about the first projects first. When you go back and listen to New Religion, and you go back to listen to Teasers Volume 2, everything is on my website down bottom. I pinned it. If you listen to the style that I had, I was calm. I wasn't it wasn't on a avoid type level. The Most High cracked the shell. He literally took me like a clam, opened me up, and said, "Do something." Like he cracked my shell, and now he brought out the energy. That's why like people be laughing at me so much. Like he brought out something in me that I always had, but I never knew how to share it. So avoid is literally my energy almost always. Like I'm 99% avoid. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm 99% avoid. You know what I'm saying? And like 1% long suffering. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm 99%. Like far as energy, I'm 99% avoid. And then obviously that goes into like the voiceovers, everything else. Like people be laughing at all
yeah,
my energy, and then 1% long suffering. And like that's like the rare occasion where I get upset, depressed, all that other stuff. The Most High he just cracked my shell on that record. Those are the records I should have been making years ago, but I wasn't ready for it.
right.
I wasn't ready
Oh
for it.
yeah, yeah. The Most High definitely make that bring that out of you. You know what I'm saying? Like he'll show you another avenue that you didn't even know that you had. You know what I'm
Uh,
saying? That you didn't, you know what I'm saying? Or something that you had but didn't know how to share that gift. You know what I'm saying? And he just is like, look, do something with it. You feel me? Get it
yeah,
done. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
otherwise it's gonna be a waste. You see what I'm saying? It's like use that energy when you're dealing with me. You know what I'm saying? When you talking about me, because one thing that when I heard that avoid, I was like, oh man, he got some energy to it. And then once I heard that Super Saiyan Easy, I was like, look, bro, this right here. I was like, I'm gonna have to check. I'm gonna have to. That was at that point. I was like, I'm gonna go back and listen to all the old songs. I'm gonna listen to the new songs. I'm like, yeah, King Easy definitely got something right here. And I was just sitting there, and every day I'm just sitting there listening to it in my head. It's like some situations is like that's the mindset that you have to live in. You know what I'm saying? You going to and fro on the earth. You know what I'm saying? You gotta avoid certain spirits. You see what I'm saying? So definitely, and it just brings me in the mind of like just walking the straight and narrow. You know what I'm saying? Just that tuning vision. You know what I'm saying? That we're supposed to have to the kingdom. So it's like it reminds you of the mission. You know what I'm saying? The goal. You know what I'm saying? The end. So yeah, that was definitely when I was like, yeah, I feel this one right here.
All praises to the Father.
All right, so let's talk about some of the features and things like that you've done. Give me the top 3 features that you feel like, you know what I'm saying, it was something about that feature you was like, all right, cool. You know what I'm saying? This is something that has to be done.
First and foremost, my Aki, that villain. Because we got a special bond. Yeah, ain't nobody gonna take his place. I don't got a top 3. I think I got a top 5.
Okay.
I think I'm gonna go with the people that when I first got into the truth, when I first started doing features, I'm gonna go with them. So that villain official. I'm gonna actually look at my first feature because I got all my notes right here. T. Kelly FFG.
Yeah.
That was a special. We should have did a lot more records. Most high when we do a tape together.
It'll probably happen. You know what I'm saying? Lord's will.
Most high will. Key bars for sure. We got a special type of energy. If anybody didn't heard my album, Big Smooth on my album, I got 2 songs with him, From the Heart and Smooth and Easy. Smooth and Easy, Big Smooth. Every time we make a record, special. That's 4. Got Phil out the way, T. Kelly, Key Bars, Big Smooth. I did a lot of records. I did a lot of records.
I mean, we can just keep it to the 3. You know what I'm saying? So you ain't gotta. You
I
know
did that. Y'all, that was 4. Yeah, that was. Yeah.
You know?
So it was all right. So what I said that villain T. Kelly. I said that villain T. Kelly, Big Smooth. That villain T. Kelly, Big Smooth, and then
Kelly.
Yeah, Key Bars. Oh, and then I ain't gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. She jumped to the top of the list. Then my new record, Yana.
Yeah.
She definitely jumped. She definitely jumped to the top of the list. She definitely top. So that's my top 5. So we got that villain, T. Kelly, FFG, Key Bars, Yana, and who did I say? It was one more. I lost it. Key Bars, T. Kelly, that villain, Yana,
Smooth.
Big Smooth. That's it. That's my top 5.
All right, all praises. Shout out to them. Shout out to all of those artists. You know what I'm saying?
And sitting at number 6, but still can potentially be 5 in top 5. Or you got No Name, and you definitely got Humble. You know what I'm saying? You got to put those up there. They those records, those dudes were special. You know what I'm saying? And then I still got Hezekiah too. So it's hard to pick a top 5, but I guess those are the most meaningful to me. Because every time I do something with them, you feel me? And it's funny, you know what I'm saying? They go out right there. He just joined in. Ironic. He just joined in too. Ironic, right? Glory to the Father. I just talking about No Name, and I just talking about Humble. Oh, praise. Shalom, fam. That's crazy. We just spoke about. That's what the Spirit do. You see that? Who out? Oh, do it for the nation too, man. Hey, look, me and Do It for the Nation don't got nothing yet, but that's another one I'm gonna put up there too, because I know it's from.
Okay, well, since we already talking about it, I need the 3 artists. I need the 3 artists that you
3 artists.
If you can do you gonna drop the track right now. You know,
Do It for the Nation. Do It for the Nation is number one, because we well overdue. Do It for the Nation, and officially, the Real Hebrew. That's another one. Oh, I'm sorry. His name is Prince Ty. I'm sorry, Prince Ty. Prince Ty. Prince Ty. That's his name. Prince Ty. Because I haven't did a record with him yet. Yeah, I haven't did a record with you. The Narrow Path. If anybody know about Narrow Path.
Yeah. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I'm not even gonna lie. He's supposed to have been on my channel. Let's just put it like that. He's supposed to have been on my channel. Yeah, look, I need more time on my hands. I need more time on my hands. I need better equipment.
God.
Get the things doing. You feel me?
Yeah. Okay. So Do It for the Nation. That's number 1. That's priority number 1 for me. Then I said, who I said after that? Lost it.
You said Do It for the Nation. Then you did said Ty Prince.
Prince Ty. Yeah, Prince Ty. So Do It for the Nation, Prince Ty. Number 3.
Yeah, too much music in Israel.
Oh, yeah, we got sauce. We got sauce. We got sauce. Babylon not ready for us.
All I need is like I said, I need a better setup, and I will record as many songs as I can. I record 6 at a time, and usually 4 of the 6 end up not finishing recording because my setup ain't right. So it's like, man. So I got so many videos that's unreleased because they have videos. You know what I'm saying? Like I just did the Dirty Rags track and video. So I got really red all over it.
Yeah. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something.
Setup coming. New setup coming in Lord's will. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna get this stuff together. And yeah, sure.
Let me tell you something about that Dirty Rags track, man. I heard about 4 planets explode when he dropped that joint. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna say what happened, but 4 planets explode. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, bro, I'm trying to tell you, that brother got something right there.
Man, for everybody not in the truth, that's like putting lemon juice in your cut. That's what that song like. If you're not in the truth, it's like putting lemon juice in your cut. It's gonna hurt.
That thing, right.
All right, so you said, all right, so the three. I got one more artist.
One more.
Do It for the Nation, Royal Prince Ty, and then it's between.
Got him stuck, chat. We got him stuck.
It's between Fringe. It's between Fringe Gang and Shadiah War.
Oh yeah.
Now, obviously, Courtney Bell and The Rock slides in there, but it's not a priority for me because I feel like if me and The Rock and Courtney do it right, it's gonna be a special. But I feel like me and Fringe Gang or me and Shadiah War would make something way different. Like nobody never heard nothing like that before.
Hey, I'm trying to tell you.
So they both sit at that third spot. But like I said, at the top, Do It for the Nation, Royal Prince Ty, Fringe Gang, or Shadiah War. That's my 3. I know I said 4, but the last 2 put together.
He said these 2
put together. Oh wait. All right, look. We about to approach the 1 hour mark, so I'm gonna end this joint and I'm gonna try to save it. And I'm gonna go right back live for part 2. All right.
Yes, sir.
We be right back, y'all. Sharada. When I go live, jump right back in.
Jump right back in. Add some people too. Send it to a friend. Tell them, come
Uh,
on in.
God.
You
All right, let me get up out of here. Save this joint. Bam.